Good morning, students. Today we are continuing with the chapter named Working of the Institutions. We know institutions have their role in any socio-economic setup. Previously, we had discussed about the Mandal Commission. We had discussed about the decisions taken. Today, we are going to discuss more about the important organization in that decision making, that is Parliament. So, in the decision making of reservation for OBCs, we had seen there is a Mandal Commission, there is a presidential address, then the Prime Minister announces the decision in the Parliament. So we know the Parliament is an important part of any governmental setup. If we come down from the lowest level of Indian parliamentary system or Indian democratic system, we have got village panchayat, taluk panchayat, district panchayat, then we have got a state government. Their assembly is there. Then in the state there are assembly and legislative council is there. When it comes to the national level, we have got a parliament. So in every level, the governments or the committees or the members of that group have got some power to decide. And it is guaranteed or it is mentioned in the Constitution of India. So that means all these organizations, the village panchayat, even ward, taluk panchayat, district panchayat, state assembly and national assembly, all these things are mentioned in the Constitution. So the Parliament is the legislature of the nation, the body which can legislate for the nation. See, the Parliament is the final authority in anything and everything in the country. The decisions in the Parliament are taken by majority. There are different aspects of that, simple majority and two-third majority. Simple majority means 50% plus 1. That is simple majority. If it is 100 members, it is the same. But if number goes up, it is different. 50% plus 1 and 51% is different. I hope you know it. So simple majority means 50% plus 1. Means if there are 1000 people, 501 is the simple majority. We know 51% number is different. So for majority, it is not 51%. It is a 50% plus 1. Then there is a 2/3 majority. Some of the things in the parliament has to be approved by 2/3 majority. You know, recently an impeachment procedure failed in the United States of America. The former president Donald Trump was facing the impeachment procedure. So if impeachment procedure should be passed by the House of Senate, minimum 2/3 majority should support. 2/3 majority means 67. Because in American Senate there are 100 members. But only 57 members supported the move to impeach the president. So, the impeachment procedure was not passed, or the president was not impeached. If it was simple majority, that is 51 was enough. 57 supported. But so in the parliaments also, there are some provisions that 2/3 majority is needed. So lawmaking is the duty of the parliament. It controls the executive. In India also, we know the parliament passes the law. Now farm laws are passed by the parliament. 3 farm laws are passed. So it is a responsibility of the parliament to pass. And simple majority was needed only to pass normal laws in the parliament. So bill was passed in the parliament. It was approved by the president. So farm laws have come into existence. But the farmers are protesting against the bill that was passed by the parliament. Some of the farmers. So now the parliament has got the control on executive. In India, we know that the prime minister remains in power if majority members in the in the parliament supports him in the lower house. That's the Lok Sabha. You know, today a testing is going on in Pondicherry Assembly. Whether the ruling party is having support of the majority MLAs or not. So for Mr. Narayana Swamy to remain as the chief minister in Pondicherry, he needs the support of a majority members. Simple majority means 50% plus 1. If Mr. Narendra Modi has to remain as a Prime Minister, he has to have the support of 72 MLAs, because total membership of the House 543. So 272 MPs should support Mr. Narendra Modi to remain as a Prime Minister. That's a minimum requirement. That is not a simple majority. So if the executive cannot remain in power, if majority members in the parliament don't support, but in Indian system it is, but in American system the executive and the legislature are a bit different. But legislature has control on executive, that we have just seen by the process of impeachment. But in India, the Prime Minister has to be supported by majority members in the Lok Sabha. Third, the Parliament is a custodian or a controller of the purse, money. Indian Lok Sabha members are directly elected by the people. So if money has to be spent by the executive, the Parliament has to support it, accept it. That is the reason the budget is presented. The budget is presented. And the Parliament has to pass the budget before 31st of March. Because financial year starts on 1st April. So, from 1st April onwards, if government has to spend a single paise, Parliament should approve it. So sometimes when the budget cannot be passed, Parliament passes vote on account. Means for 2 or 3 months, Parliament permits the government to spend the money as they have sanctioned previous year, same way, for 2-3 months, till the budget is passed. That is known as vote on account. As per the account of the previous year, this year also they can spend. So the purse of the country is controlled by the Parliament. Parliament is the place where the debates and discussion about the nation and the problems of the nation and issues of the nation is to take place. Highest body of discussions and debates. So what are things? Lawmaking, controlling the executive, controlling the purse, and debates and discussions about the issues of the people. Now we come to the Indian Parliament. We can divide Indian Parliament into two. We have got 2 houses in the Indian Parliament. One is Lok Sabha, the other one is Rajya Sabha. The members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people. Strength of the House, it was 545 because 2 nominated members were there. Now last year amended the constitutional provisions and stopped the nomination of 2 Anglo-Indian members to Lok Sabha. So naturally the strength of the Lok Sabha is 543. 543 elected members are there in Lok Sabha. they are elected from 543 constituencies of India. The minimum age for a person to be elected to Lok Sabha is 25. No prescribed educational qualification is needed. An illiterate person also can get elected to the Parliament of India. He should be a citizen of India. This is not mentioned where he should be as a naturalized citizen or a born citizen. Means a person who has acquired citizenship. Only the word is citizen. Should be a citizen of India. He should have crossed 25 years of age and should not be being treated as a mental patient in hospitals, mental hospitals. Then should not be declared pauper by the government of India. Or the last one is should not be disqualified by the government agencies or government or Parliament, Supreme Court, that the person cannot contest the elections. If all these things are completed, a person can stand as a candidate, get elected to Lok Sabha. So if somebody asks you the minimum age for a person to be a prime minister of the country, can anybody tell me? This 25. Because a person who can get elected himself to Lok Sabha can be made the prime minister. So minimum age is 25 for a person to be a prime minister of the country or the ministers, any post of that. But for when it comes to Rajya Sabha, age limit changes. It becomes 30. We will discuss later. Okay, so that is about Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is known as the lower house, and it's a powerful house in India. It is same like the House of Commons in Britain. The Prime Minister remains in that post if majority members in the Lok Sabha support the Prime Minister. Minimum 272 members should support Mr. Narendra Modi to remain as a Prime Minister now. Minimum it is. Maximum there is no limit. All 543 also can support. No problem. Minimum. Majority. Simple majority we call it. 50% plus 1. That is. And it is how many are present. And even if that is a total membership when the voting is taking place, those who are present in the inside of the house. If 200 members are present, 101 members are supporting Mr. Narendra Modi, he can remain as a Prime Minister. For just 6 months, there will be no testing. So how many are present and voting inside the house? Total membership is 272, but how many are present and voting inside the house? That is the criteria for majority support. So majority members are elected, age limit, and it's the most powerful house. Budget is presented and passed by Lok Sabha. Prime Minister is the leader of the majority in Lok Sabha, but he can be a member in either house. There is no problem. Previous governments, Mr. Devagowda, Prime Minister Devagowda, Mr. Manmohan Singh, A.K. Gujral, they were all members of Rajya Sabha when they were Prime Ministers. So it is not compulsory one person should be a member of Lok Sabha to be a Prime Minister. But he is considered as the leader of the majority party. He remains in power if majority members in Lok Sabha agree with him. Lok Sabha is a custodian of the purse of the country. I already explained about it. And the ministers have to answer the questions of the members of Lok Sabha. MPs can ask questions and ministers are bound to answer the questions. That is a situation about Lok Sabha. We will discuss about Rajya Sabha tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much.